Hello guys, it's Jim again from the Pawoodsman's channel, and we're just out at one of the familiar sites you see me liking to walk, and that's the Armstrong Trail up here along the Redbank Creek. It's part of the trail program, so we're going back to 12 acres. Mostly just want to get some exercise today, and also I want to try the dehydrated Shrimp Whimsy out, see how well it tastes when I rehydrate it. I'll be doing that on the Bushman of the Yukon's Big Breeze 2.0 alcohol stove, and right now it's got a little bit of a breeze going on. It's kind of chilly. It's supposed to be in the 50s today. It was 72 on Friday, but still a beautiful day. Just wearing one of these thin shirts from Walmart, starter gear. I got a fleece tucked away in my pack, as well as my black rock down beanie, so when I stop I can stay warm. As long as I'm walking, I'm fine. So, but yeah, we got to start getting ourselves in shape. We have a trip scheduled in the end of May. It's going to be scheduled for 10 days. Just give us a buffer. Try to do it in 8. So far, there's me and Blue Blaze from Hammock Forum. Also goes by Allegheny Productions, I believe, is his YouTube channel. Don't quote me on that. But what was actually going on in May was supposed to go on. I was supposed to go up to the Upper Peninsula and join Ryan Fitzpatrick for a week, walking along the Lake Superior on the National Picture Rock, I believe it was called, trail. But as always, vehicles screw things up, and I had to invest the money I had set aside for the trip into my Jeep. So it was one or the other, and I needed the Jeep for work and everything else, so that has to be postponed probably till next year. Still not too thrilled about it, but we had to. So once again, Ryan, I apologize, my friend. So our plan then was I was going to go solo on the Baker Trail system, 126 miles from Crooks Forest, Pennsylvania, down to Crooked Creek, Pennsylvania, which is not very far from my house. 12 miles away. The crow flies at that. Talking crows, I hear some crows. But well, then I was looking and saw I would have to do a lot of stealth camping on places I really didn't feel comfortable doing it. So, but in the meantime, I did put a offer out on Hammock Forums to see if anyone else would go, and that's when Blue Blaze jumped on. Then we discussed more. He's been wanting to do the North Country Trail from Crooks Forest going north to the New York border, which we felt would be a whole lot better, more secluded, less stealth camping per se, you know. And only advantage we would have had on the Baker Trail would have been resupply at, you know, little convenience stores and stuff along the way. This way we're gonna have to haul 10 days worth of food with us. No biggie. That's why I love my dehydrated foods. Next couple weeks I'm gonna try to whittle down what I really don't need to take with me even more, so I can get my pack weight down, because right now I'm currently at 20 pounds for a base weight, and that's excluding food, water, and fuel. Switch your hands here. So we'll be working that, and you'll probably see some videos on that. Some of the stuff's gonna have to stay the way it is. I just can't go out right now and buy a lighter top quilt and a few other things, so we'll just take out of the pack, which I've taken with me and really don't use, with the exception of I think I've whittled down my first aid kit as far as I can go, and I don't want to take any more away from it. So Oh, let's see. Give a quick shout out to all my friends over at Hammock Forums. I'm getting a lot of people watching my videos from over there. If you haven't been to hammockforums.com yet, you need to go over there and check it out. Even though you're not in hammocks, it's a great bunch of people over there to hang with. Yes, I said hang, pun intended. So, also, one place I haven't been too frequently too much is bushcraftusa.com. We got Koa and Fowl over there, and oh, Schnocknieb. I hope I'm not screwing your name up too bad, buddy. I know he's been pretty tied up now. He's got a beautiful baby boy now at home, and he's getting to be a new daddy, so he's enjoying that time. Congratulations once again to you and yours. So, I try to implement my bushcrafting when I can, when I'm out doing this stuff. It might be just something simple as, you know, getting a fire started, or making a tripod, or some pot hanger, you know. But, alright, I'm coming up into some wetlands. I'm gonna go ahead and take the camera, put it up, and get the, try to maneuver around these puddles now without tripping and dropping my camera in it. So I'll check back in once we get down the trail some, or at 12 acres, whatever comes first. We'll talk to you then, guys. Well, we made it to the 12 acres. Took me about 20 minutes or so. So I was doing probably about 2 miles an hour. I didn't even bring my GPS with me, so, or compass or anything. I didn't need it. So, but I sometimes bring just for the mileage and stuff. But I know where how far it is back here now from experience and everything. So, but it looks like the water line made it up here pretty good ways. With all the rain, I would say about to where I'm standing. I know when I was coming through the village down upstream, it was a couple feet from the top of the bank, reaching the top of the banks and flooding the village, but fortunately it didn't. So, but it's flowing real nice right now. Still up some more than usual, but real nice. So I don't know if he did anything to bite right now with the temperatures or not. So, but definitely a beautiful day. One thing I'd be aware of right now while I'm out in places like this is, don't know how soft this is. Not bad. Looks like somebody's been down here since I've been here, walking around. So, but main point I was starting to get at was since we did have that warm up, not only bears have come out of hibernation, but snakes. So they'd be coming out like right now with the midday sun, laying on the sand here and the stones, absorbing the heat, trying to get themselves more acquainted to the temps. So no eagles out today. So where I saw them was across the stream there in that large tree that looks like it's more or less dead, but does get some life to it when the spring starts to come out. So, well, we'll go ahead and get up the stove and everything situated, because I'm actually getting hungry. Make some coffee first, and then get my Shrimp Whimsy on. So, alright guys, we'll be back with you after a bit. Alrighty. You can see the alcohol's boiling already. I've been dragging my feet. So I got about 2 cups of water. Woo! And a hot flame. That's why you got to be very careful with alcohol stoves in the daylight. You can't see that flame. That thing's a hot stove. Ooh, that's warm. So coffee ready, and the Shrimp Whimsy. Well, while we're waiting here for the water to boil, first off, my battery's pretty low on this one. I have a spare. I like to run my batteries down for almost dead so they charge better so they last longer for me. But oh, what was I going to say now? But we'll time this. It's about 20 to 1. I'm just timing it just to get it acquainted with the times it takes to come to a boil on that. But been really humbled lately. Over 600 subscribers now. Been a lot of great positive feedback. I get some negative every once in a while, but that doesn't bother me. It's the way we learn, and normally whenever I even respond to the negative feedback, the return comments, if I get any, has been positive too. Learning experience. So if you have something you want to say, whether positive or negative, doesn't bother me, we'll have a civilized conversation. So like I said, it took me a little, about 20 so minutes to get back here. That's with a pack probably weighing maybe 8 or 9 pounds with everything in it. Maybe I've never really weighed this one. Just day hike. Ain't got a whole lot. I just got some food, fire starting stuff, and some clothes. And like I said, my down beanie, which I'm going to put on right now, just to say I broke it in, and my fleece I have on now to stay warm. I got a pair of fleece gloves in there too that just happened to reach back in my uniform coat that I left in my truck and Jeep and throw in just for the need. Really windy today. Would not be a very good day to be starting a fire. Chance of brush fires. We've had 2 already that I know of in the area. Thoughts and prayers still go out to the people of Japan. I know there's a few gentlemen that subscribe to me and that are on some of the forums, like I said, Hammock Forum, that actually live in Japan. They work there as teachers and professors. Thoughts also go out to the innocent people of Libya during their troubling. Hopefully we can get rid of Gaddafi and they can move on to a more peaceful society. Should have thrown one of my apple ciders in here. That would have been pretty good. I'm not in the hot chocolate mood, so I'll just do coffee. Yeah, I'll count out everything so I don't overload on stuff for that trip on my food and sugars and stuff. That all adds up, guys. So right now we're using the Big Breeze 2.0, like I said, from Richard, the Bushman of the Yukon stove. I did order, I broke down and did it, ordered a Bush Buddy that's coming from the British Columbia of Canada, right below Richard in the Yukon. I'm hoping it gets as quick as Richard's shipment did, but the guy's thinking it's going to take a neighborhood of 2 to 3 weeks to get here, so I'm hoping it's here in time for my elk trail trip in April. Talking elk trail trip, I'm hoping you're feeling better there, Blister Boy, David. Hope you enjoyed your weekend up at camp. Got to see maybe Scott and Tammy, my Theron. That thing is warm. I can feel the heat coming off it from here, and I did burn my finger. Just superficial, but it got my attention. So, see if it comes to a boil any quicker than the last time. I'll have to probably pour some of the water out. I won't need it. Redoing the Shrimp Whimsy. So I just brought a small bag of it today. Well, she's boiling pretty good there, guys. Just took a couple minutes to reheat it up. I'm just gonna let it on the stove, let the fuel burn off. I'll stir it, see what consistency it is. You figure it'll go about 5 minutes on that fuel, so we'll have to let it sit maybe another 5-10 minutes after that in the cozy. But we're just gonna go ahead and let the fuel finish up burning off, and I'll stir it periodically, and we'll go ahead and give it a test run from there. So I think I did lose some video here on my last clip. My battery went dead, didn't know it. So alright guys, we'll be back with you after a bit. One thing I wish we had around here was natural, flint, so I could try flint and steel, but just gonna bring this up. Try to get this in the camera. I'll flip one over and show you here maybe. So I found some freshwater clamshells. Thought that was kind of neat. A lot of footprints, paw prints and that out in the beach too. Is a good time to find that stuff. Well, I'm gonna grab something out of my bag real quick. Receiving gifts, and I forgot Ryan fixed my dog the other day. You've seen his stove he made me, but this is something he sent me. I don't have his compass stuff with me, so I don't have my compass with me. But these he sent me the other day are Northwood tracks. He sent me a couple weeks ago, excuse me. And it gives you different of the North American footprints and tells you what they belong to. Also, there's a built-in ruler to help you determine size. So and tells you a little bit about, like, this black bear prefer woodlands and dense brush. Landers dense in winter, but it's not true hibernating. Females can weigh up to 300 pounds with a lifespan of up to 25 years if they're not shot. So, but that's a nice little thing to, if you're out bushcrafting or just curious. So it came on like a metal bead chain type thing, but I didn't think it was that secure, so I went ahead and had some left over this dynamite rope, or my bear badging rope, that I used to hold it together. Plus it's not as noisy and slides a whole lot better. So that's that. Okay, this camera spun back to where it needs to be. Alright, we'll be back with you after a bit, guys. Alright there. Let's see. Well, until already I added a little bit too much water, because I had to drain a bunch out. So I went about a ½ inch above it. And like I said, that book tells you a ½ inch above and all this other stuff. I think it's just a rough rule of thumb to try. Like the 6 hours to dehydrate at 145 degrees. I'm finding out it's hit and miss, and it depends on your dehydrator. I'd like it at Excalibur one day, because it dehydrates at a different method and how it blows the warm air and stuff across. And but it'll work for now, this one. So now let's go ahead and get positioned to eat. So I know over at the U.S. Frame Crew, I don't know Jared's dad's name, sorry, but he mentioned that me and Jared's been just boiling water on our stoves and not eating. Well, now we're going to eat. I know what you dehydrate is never going to be as good as it is when you originally make it on the stove, because the sauce on this is really watery. But what I could do in the future is, one, try less water, and as two is bring some of my dehydrated tomato sauce and just sprinkle a little bit in here just to thicken it up some, or just also is make the sauce separate and just dehydrate it separate and mix it at the end, which I think would be actually better myself. So I think I might try that next time. That's what I do with my rotini and my tortellini. But when I do with the sauce already in it, of course, it's my lasagna. And that's one, I will say, anything like my rotini, my tortellini, and my lasagna comes out just like I did it at home. So. And plus the fact I poured off quite a bit of the fluid after I brought this up, you know, I took out some of the flavors. So right now I'm not really noticing much of the cayenne pepper. There's still a hint of pineapple. All the ingredients did reconstitute real well. Another thing nice about that Excalibur dehydrator, if I get that, is I believe they have a timer on it. So if you've got a general idea of how long it takes to dehydrate it, something you start later in the day and you're going to go to bed at night and you don't want to have to get up in the wee hour of the morning, you know it's definitely going to take 12 hours. After 12 hours, forget about it. Get up in the morning, it's cooled off enough by then, you can go ahead and package it. But like I was saying earlier, it was humbled by all the subscribers and comments and that. It brings up another point. Now I taste the cayenne. Start a hint of it. I'm no expert with anything I'm showing on YouTube. I'm a paramedic by trade. I'm good at what I do there, but still I'm no expert. There's people that's been doing it a lot longer than me. They might be better at a skill than I am. You know, everyone's got their niche. But I'm good at what I do. But I'm no expert hammock camper, no expert camper, backpacker, bushman, you know. I'm learning. And we're learning together by doing this. I know I ramble a lot too. And it's like these backpacking meals I do might not interest you. It might not be what you're into. You know, you might be just happy with those mountain house meals or MREs, or you know, prepack. That's up to you. I'm just doing this because I just like to ability to have some comfort food with me, and it's lighter because it dehydrates. Just gives you ideas. So, and you'll see when I'm done too, clean up is a breeze. I'll slosh some clean water in here and wipe it out with my bandana, and I'm done till I get home, and I'll wash it up really good. Okay. brain hurts. Lost what I was thinking about. Oh, I know one thing. I think I'll bring up. If I don't get to your videos, it's not that I'm ignoring them. It's just lately I've been really busy, and I've been trying to get caught up. End of the day, I get home, I'll watch maybe a half a dozen, and then I'm tired and ready for bed. So I'm slowly getting caught up on your videos, guys. So if I'm subscribed to you and I haven't answered them, it's just I'm whooped by the end of the day, and I haven't had a chance to get to yours yet. So I woke up this morning, checked my emails, and there was a PM there from Bill Wallhiker at YouTube. And we were discussing, you know, you got subscribers, YouTube subscribers, YouTube friends, and you got YouTube friends. Let's put it that way. And how myself and a few other people out there, we're really good friends that I've made over YouTube. And there's a lot of you out there. I could go down a list, but I don't want to forget somebody and leave somebody out. But you know who you are. You're the ones that we communicate with all the time. There's some I'd like to communicate with more too. Just I get so tied up, you know, between work, family, and this, and hammock forums. I'm over there quite a bit. Every once in a while I get the Bushcraft USA. When I get there, there's like 10,000 posts, and I'm like, oh crap. So well, I was hoping to see that eagle. Excuse me. Spring will be here, what, this week? Easter's right around the corner. And before you know it, summer's gonna be here. There's a vehicle out there. My coffee's even warm still. Get out of here. Fly. It would have been extra protein, right, guys? Really nothing to it. Bam, it's clean. So alright, we're gonna go ahead and get my mess cleaned up here. Stand here and enjoy the beautiful day, then we'll start moseying back towards my vehicle. Try to do this so you can see me here. I want to thank you, like I always do in closing. Thank you for watching my videos. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Thank you for commenting, both good, bad, and partial. It doesn't matter to me. Thank you for being my friend on YouTube, and most of all, hug your loved ones, and God bless.